What's going on, good people? Happy Tuesday to you all. Yeah, that's my way of saying Tuesday. Happy warm Tuesday to you all out there. Yes, it is warm where I am. I am in the South. I'm pretty sure you all could tell that by the way that I talk. But anyway, I hope y'all are doing good today and y'all have had a great day so far. I had said on another video that I was not going to talk about Wendy Williams unless something spectacular happened, or in other words, some new development came about. And I'm sure that you guys have already heard, or most of you have heard about what I'm about to mention. I won't be before you long, but just in case you haven't, I'm going to tell you, of course, anyway. There was an article that was released by Radar Online yesterday, and it is entitled, "Ruthless Steve Harvey is going to steal the ailing Wendy Williams show." Okay, talk about clickbait. So you know I hurried up and clicked on that article because I needed to see what they were talking about, especially when they bring Steve Harvey's name into it. You know, he's become somewhat of a controversial figure lately, especially considering what allegedly happened with him and Monique and some other things, because Steve Harvey has become not my favorite person here lately. I don't dislike him, but he's just not my favorite person, anymore. So anyway, it says cutthroat comic Steve Harvey is ready to swoop in and steal Wendy Williams' talk show if the sickly star is forced out of Fox. Insiders dish to Radar Online exclusively. It says Williams, 54, has been struggling with a series of mysterious health problems that have kept her off the air since December, and sources claim network honchos are losing patience as she repeatedly delays her return. Meanwhile, Harvey has been fuming over NBC pulling the plug on his self-titled TV show in cities across America in favor of the former American Idol champ and daytime newbie, Kelly Clarkson. While Williams' future at Fox hangs by a thread, sources said bigwigs have reached out to select few presenters who they believe could take her place, including 62-year-old Harvey and Wild 'N Out star Nick Cannon, who immediately signed on to sub as host of the Wendy Williams show during her necessary break. And I heard he did pretty good yesterday and today. Now, Wendy's fans are very particular. They don't take well to Don Lemon when he stepped in. He lasted just 1 week, said a TV insider. It would take a very particular personality to step into Wendy's shoes. And that's true, because y'all know Wendy Williams has a very big personality, lover or hater. When it comes down to her doing that gossip show, she's the best at it, okay? It says the Fox guys see Steve as a big enough name, and word in the street in the industry is the way that he's been treated by NBC. He feels that they don't deserve him. They are considering a few people who could be a ratings hit in case Wendy needs more time to get better. If host Steve Harvey steps into Wendy's 10 a.m. Fox time slot, he could find himself going head-to-head against the Kelly Clarkson show on NBC, which could quickly turn into a fierce ratings war between the rival networks. Now, Steve is all about one thing, and that's winning, and we know that. Noted another entertainment insider. I've even heard that he was kind of cutthroat, and there's some things that he said and that he's done that kind of make me believe it, but I don't know. The verdict is still out on that one. It says he's not going to let Kelly come out of nowhere, steal his time slot, and get an easy ride. If he goes back to a show run by a big network, they will pump lots of money into it, and he thinks it will get him back on top of the TV ratings. So y'all, now we got Wendy Williams against Steve Harvey. So it sounds to me like the production company, the producers over at the Wendy Williams show, are really getting impatient with her. They're tired of waiting to see what she's going to do. They're tired of waiting for her to decide whether or not she's coming back to the show, or to see if she's going to be able to come back to the show. I kind of feel like her husband, Kevin, doesn't really want her to come back to the show. I mean, I know he wants the money and everything that comes with it, but I just feel like personally that he's trying to ruin her. That's just what I think, y'all. That's just what I think about it. And I think there's a whole lot of things going on behind the scenes, and for whatever reason, he no longer wants her to be on that show. I think maybe he's felt like maybe she's threatened his control over her and that show, and so because of that, he doesn't want her to be on it anymore. Even though we have read and heard that he's been taking control over some things, I think he feels threatened to a certain degree, okay? I would hate to keep believing that Wendy Williams is sitting by idly or just laying back, just taking this stuff off of him. She's got to be working something. She's got to be, even while she's down there in Florida with her son. I guess that's where she still is, because they spotted her out last week. Hopefully she's working on something. I hope she's brewing something in her pot, y'all. I hope she is. So, and he may be threatened by that to some degree. So we just gonna have to wait and see about that. But how do y'all feel about Steve Harvey taking over Wendy Williams' slot? I mean, what y'all think about that? I'm kind of tired of Steve Harvey, to be honest with you. I'm kind of tired of him in a lot of ways. So I don't know if, I don't know. Like I said, I don't really watch Wendy Williams anyway, and I definitely don't watch Steve Harvey's show anymore. But I just want to know what people who do watch them, what y'all think about it. Also, in other news, and I'm going to be quick here because I'm going to leave that alone, because that, again, it doesn't look like to me that she's coming back to that show. I don't know. It'll shock me if she does. I won't believe it until I see it. All right? Now, unfortunately, and we're going to say our goodbyes, or I'm going to say my goodbyes to Mr. Kristoff St. John, who was found deceased in his home on yesterday. He was found by one of his co-stars on The Young and the Restless. It says actor Kristoff St. John has died. The Los Angeles Police Department confirmed to Us Weekly that he was 52 years old. Law enforcement sources told TMZ that one of the Young and the Restless star's friends went to check on him at his home in the San Fernando Valley area of Los Angeles on this past Sunday, February 3rd, and discovered his body. The police and the paramedics were called, but St. John was pronounced dead at the scene. There was allegedly no sign of foul play. St. John's ex-wife, Mia St. John, seemingly confirmed the actor's death on Monday, February 4th. She said, "That hospital killed our son at the Art of Julian, then my husband at Kristoff St. John 1. She wrote in a since-deleted tweet. That's what happened. They killed my family." It also says that Kristoff lost his son, Julian. We remember when this tragic event happened about 4 or 5 years ago, whom he shared with a professional boxer, to suicide in November of 2014. Julian suffered from mental health problems for years, and he was receiving treatment at a facility in Long Beach, California, at the time that he took his own life. In May of 2015, Radar Online reported that Kristoff and Mia filed a wrongful death lawsuit against La Casa Mental Health Hospital for allegedly failing to prevent Julian's death. The lawsuit was settled out of court in July of 2017, according to Entertainment Tonight. So 3 years after his son's suicide, the Christmas Cruise star was hospitalized after undergoing a psych evaluation. He said, "To all of my IG peeps, thanks for throwing out a life preserver," he wrote on Instagram in November of 2017. "Words cannot express the gratitude that I feel to have so much love that you bathe me in, anoint me with, cloak me with." He said, "I am humbled." He continued, "Life is precious. I look forward to continuing this journey together with all of you, us. Because at the end of the day, at the magic hour, we are warm with an all-knowing presence of light and love. My heart beats to the music of our creation. You are an integral piece of my personal spiritual puzzle, and I hope I am yours. I love you forever." Kristoff, who was best known for playing Neil Winters on The Young and the Restless. I did not watch Young and the Restless really, but every time, I used to change the TV and stop a few minutes here and there, because when I was young, I used to look at Another World. So every now and then I would stop on there. I remember him from there, and I know he's been on there for many, many years, okay? So he's definitely made a dent in the daytime soap industry, okay? Everybody knows him from that. He's been on there since 1991, and he announced his engagement to Russian model Sanaya Mikhailova, that's what I'm going to call her, Mikhailova, in September of 2018. He posted pictures of her diamond ring on Instagram at the time, and he simply wrote, "She said yes." Mikhailova posted a photo of her late fiancé kissing her on the cheek on Monday. She says, "How did it happen? How? Why did you leave so early and left me alone?" She captioned the snapshot. "I can't believe you were everything to me. You were a loving father, a loving man. How?" Sad, so sad, and I hate to hear that happened. He did, like we were reading, he suffered from depression, and I believe that once his son passed away, I don't think Kristoff ever really got over what happened to his son. I don't believe he ever got over it, y'all, and it is sad to hear, and you could see it in his eyes when he was on interviews and whatnot, and he just never stopped grieving. He just never stopped grieving. You never get over things like that fully. but the grieving process at some point has to end, and I believe that it eventually took a toll on him. They have not confirmed his cause of death. All I know is that other reports said that there were prescription medications found in his room. I just don't know. It's looking like it was a self-inflicted death. That's what it's appearing to be. He may have meant to do it, and maybe he didn't mean to do it. I don't know, but I'm so very sorry to hear that. Depression is very real. Mental illness is very real. His son apparently had the same issue that he had. You know, that's why it's important. I believe that parents should make sure that their mental health is in good standing for the sake of their children. You have to make sure that you present yourself healthy and strong for your children, because they will pick up things from the parent. They'll pick things up from you, and they tend to repeat the things that or they tend to exemplify the things that they have gotten off of the parent. So it's very important, you know, very important. So I'm gonna move on from that. That's just sad, and my prayers go out to his family and everybody that knew and loved him, because I know he will be surely missed. Okay. The last thing I'm gonna bring up, everybody is pissed off with Liam Neeson, honey, because of some stuff that he did, or because of something that he did and said, I guess back a couple of years ago. Liam Neeson, I guess, was being interviewed, and he admitted that during a week in his life, he carried around a gun, hoping that he'd run into some black bastard so he could kill him in some twisted, racist, and revenge-filled fantasy. In an interview with The Independent circulating the web, Neeson revealed one of his family members was raped, and though she doesn't know who raped her, she told him that it was a black man who committed the heinous crime against her. So she handled the situation of the rape in the most extraordinary way, Neeson said during a junket promoting his latest action flick called Cold Pursuit. But my immediate reaction was, did she know who it was? No. What color were they? She said it was a black person. She said it was a black person, y'all. We all know how that storyline can go. And then it got really bad. He says, I went up and down areas with a kosh, hoping I'd be approached by somebody. I'm ashamed to say that, and I did it for maybe a week, hoping some, and he gestures or quotes with his fingers, some black bastard would come out of a pub and have a go at me about Neeson. Well, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, I didn't say that. How did I print this article? Anyway, he said he was hoping some black bastard would come out of a pub and have a go at him about something, you know, so that he could kill him. So Neeson went on to question himself, saying it was horrible, horrible. When I think back that I did that, yes, it was. It was very horrible and immature of you, Liam Neeson. Neeson volunteered his troubling story during a standard junket interview, but oddly, he didn't see anything racist with it. He saw nothing racist about it. Instead, he focused on the ills of seeking revenge. First of all, if she didn't know who did it, but she was saying it was a black person, I think that he should have looked into that before he got all heated. But, you know, people do get into their emotions, and what's in you will come out. If you got a little bit of racist in you, it's going to come out. And that situation brought it out of him. That's all I'm saying. He says, I understand the need for revenge, but it just leads to more revenge, to more killing, and more killing. Well, the internet is collectively canceling Neeson, and you can bet there won't be any black people at the theater supporting the movie that he is promoting. Y'all know we live in a social media ran society, and Liam Neeson can, for a little while, at least hang it up. Now, I like Liam Neeson. I have always liked him. I think he's a wonderful actress, even though I've only seen the first part of Taken. That was enough for me. It became redundant to me after that. That was enough for me. But I've always liked Liam Neeson. He does need to go ahead and admit that was a very racist move that he made, because then again, I don't know, but it seems to me if it wasn't racist, he could have said, if it had been a white man, I'd have been the same way. I'd have been seeking revenge too. So I don't know, but the black bastard part, yeah, that's probably what messed him up. It shouldn't matter what color the man was. If his niece was raped, that's the issue. That's it. Bottom line, she was raped, and I want the man that did it. Period. That's what he should have said. So yeah, it was racist. He was racist. So quit lying, Neeson. Quit lying, Neeson, and just tell the truth. But anyway, y'all, that's all I want to talk about for right now, because I'm supposed to be at work, so I'm on here rambling with you guys. But again, I hope y'all have had a great day, and I hope you continue to have a great rest of the day. And I will talk to you all later. Bye-bye.